I am legitimately the new kid on the block, and I'm excited to be here at my first 5x5. As Jeff said, my name is Michael Cannon, and I am the new Executive Director and CEO of the FirstNet Authority. Been here about a month, about 30 days. A little more on me in a moment. But first, as we listen to the last presentation, it reminds us once again why we are here today and why this mission is so important for the safety and security of our nation. Every emergency, every disaster, and every community in need reminds us of the stakes that we're dealing with. Thank you, Deputy Chief Chenoweth from DC Fire and EMS and Chief Pavlitz from Arlington County Fire for your presentation and for your service during that tragic event in the Potomac. Thank you. I also live in Loudoun County, so I'm part of the area you all cover and work with, and my deepest appreciation. Derek Orr, thank you for your opening remarks and for setting the tone for 5x5. And of course, thank you for your partnership with the FirstNet Authority over the years. I may be new to FirstNet, but I'm not new to the federal government. And I know what federal agencies can achieve when they work together. And the PSCR FirstNet Authority partnership is a shining example of such a partnership for public safety communications. Speaking of partnerships, I would like to recognize our local public safety host, Interim Fire Chief David Tate with the Bellevue Fire Department, and Assistant Chief Andrew Papachuk with the Bellevue Police Department. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hosting us today and working with us to make this event successful. I see Chief Tate has stepped out of the room, but I was around in 1962. I played Battleship, and not the electronic version, with the pegs that you would lose every time you put it back in the box. I would also like to thank Seattle Fire Chief Assistant Chief Chris Lombard. Chris, thank you for being here. Chris also serves as the chair of our Public Safety Advisory Committee, the PSAC, as we finally call it, and has been a valuable advocate for public safety and this mission space. Had a great PSAC meeting yesterday. Appreciate all the work that you and the PSAC are doing. A lot of respect, and looking forward to the collaboration going forward. Thank you. What an honor and a privilege it is to stand before you as the new Executive Director of the FirstNet Authority, united by our shared mission. It did not take me long to recognize that the success of this program is not about technology completely, but about the people, those who risk everything for others, our first responders. Public safety deserves a network that is reliable, resilient, and innovative. That's where everyone here comes into play, everyone in this room. You help us realize public safety's vision for the network. And now a little bit about me. Actually, I should probably stop talking. Jeff said enough and I could walk off. But anyhow, I'm married for close to 38 years. I have 3 great kids. As Jeff alluded to, I've spent my entire career in public service, more than 40 years serving our nation. This includes active and reserve duty as a U.S. Naval officer, a prosecutor for the Department of Justice, a senior manager for the FBI, and as an attorney for the U.S. Department of Commerce. You could say public service is in my DNA. One of my grandfathers is a retired firefighter from the Oak Ridge National Lab. My other grandfather was what they call a reserve police officer for the city of Knoxville, Tennessee, many years ago. Knoxville was where I was born. But why FirstNet? Throughout my career at the Department of Commerce, which began in 1992, I can say that I've worked at some point with every single agency within the department. And you saw early today the scans that NOAA had brought forth to help with the incident. I've worked with NOAA many times. Whether providing ethics advice in my early years, to running the General Litigation Division for the Department of Commerce, to defending the equities of the U.S. Census Bureau. Each of these agencies have a mission that matters, from fisheries to weather forecasting, to scanning the bottom of a river, to patents and trade. all important missions to the commerce of our economy. But again, why FirstNet? Why would I choose to serve as the FirstNet Authority's Chief Counsel and then as its Executive Director? Here's why. Because I was offered the chance to not only lead an organization that has a mission that matters, but a mission that matters when all hell breaks loose. Think about it, and I know you do. When someone calls 911 seeking assistance from a first responder, chances are good they're not on a Sunday picnic, although they could be. It's quite possible, and we've heard it earlier today, they may be experiencing or witnessing one of the most horrific events of their entire life. FirstNet matters when people are in their most dire need, when they are the most vulnerable. Additionally, when disaster strikes, having a reliable communication system in place for first responders can mean the difference between life and death. And at the FirstNet Authority, we get to help. Our mission is clear. When lives are on the line, our job is to make sure that the first responders have a network that works when it matters most. FirstNet has come a long way in a short period of time. There are over 30,000 public service agencies using the network, more than 7 million connections. The network has been built, is being used, and most importantly, is making a difference, as we heard earlier this morning, and will continue to learn about throughout the rest of this week. That's a credit to every one of you here today, everyone sitting here. When public safety can do their jobs, everyone wins. It takes all of us. But we are far from done. The network must continue to evolve. We need to stay ahead of emerging challenges and remain responsive to the needs of those who are on the front lines. So, priorities. To do so, I am deeply committed to pushing forward on several fronts that I hope will aim to strengthen the FirstNet Authority and our support for public safety. At the top of my list is doing what I can to ensure the long-term success of the program. We've done great work through our partnerships and the support we have received thus far. I'm committed to continue to facilitate relationships, long-term support that we need to continue to make FirstNet the best network for public safety going forward. I'm committed to working with our FirstNet board, a group of 15 talented, dedicated men and women with the task of providing leadership and guidance to the FirstNet Authority. I'm indebted to them for the kindness and support they have shown me as I've taken over the helm of this organization. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I'm committed to work with PSAC, Chris Lombard and his group, continue to seek advice, which is part of our statutory mandate. I'm also committed to working closely with NTIA, the Department of Commerce, and this administration to facilitate the success of this program going forward. For the folks who are here from NTIA, our brethren in the back, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for coming. Additionally, I'm committed to working closely with AT&T in our public-private partnership. Next, we have to keep improving FirstNet. The network's delivering what it was designed to do today, but we must continue to improve the network. Improve the network for tomorrow, both in terms of coverage and capability. FirstNet should be a network that anticipates needs before they arise. It should evolve, and that is one of our statutory mandates. Finally, we will continue to partner with public safety. Public safety lets us know what works and what doesn't. Public safety feedback is critical to the long-term success of the network and of the FirstNet Authority. My message to public safety is clear. We need you. You're the experts. You're the ones answering the calls, responding to the calls. You're the ones on the front lines. Please continue to reach out. Before I close, I want to mention another reason that I'm honored to be at the helm of the FirstNet Authority. It's the people. the people associated with our mission that makes the FirstNet Authority what it is today. First of all, the employees of the FirstNet Authority, honorable, hardworking government servants with a focus on carrying out our FirstNet mission. Our stakeholders and our supporters. I've just started to get to know some of you, and your support has been extraordinary. Thank you very much. And our first responders. I'm truly humbled at the opportunity to lead an organization whose sole purpose is to provide you with some of the vital tools you need to do your job effectively, efficiently, and safely. Lastly, again, as I mentioned earlier, I look out into this room, and everyone here has a role to play on the success of this program. We may not always agree on everything. That hardly ever happens. But our strength can be in our ability to listen and consider our differences and ultimately focus on our shared mission, public safety. Public safety even in the midst of all hell breaking loose. I'm excited about what's ahead this week. Tomorrow, we'll be joined on stage by Chief Harlan McEwen to present an award in his name. Thank you to Harlan and the many others here today who have come before us, who have helped build the foundation for this network and our future success together. I stand on the shoulders of all the directors who have come before me. Thank you. I value your wisdom and advice. And for those who are here this week, I look forward to getting to know you better and working with you going forward. Please come up and introduce yourself to me. I'm looking forward to hearing your story. I'm looking forward to seeing how we can work better together going forward. Also, our board members and our staff will be participating in sessions over the next couple of days. If you get a chance, listen to what they have to say, pull them aside and provide advice. Advice and feedback, that's what we need to continually improve the network. So let's continue to build on the momentum we've created. Let's push forward with a renewed commitment to collaboration, innovation, and service for public safety. That's why we're here this week. That's what 5x5 is all about. Thank you very much.